everybody. I'm Arlon.
Hey everyone, it's Notch.
Hey, it's Sam.
Hey, it's Robyn. You're on mute.
Fuck. Hey guys, it's
Hi guys, it's Vit.
And today we're going to be doing our season 3, episode 2 review of Legacies. This episode, a lot of things.
Need to breathe.
It was definitely what you expect. We came in here knowing what was going to happen, but the outcome was rather surprising, but it was still an emotional ride. So let's get into it. Let's do a review. I'm sorry, y'all. If I'm dead, it's because I cried for the last 30 minutes, so my it's not there.
I'm alive.
So first, who want to take off this time? Robyn, you want to read your notes this time? Since I'm kind of drained.
Yeah. Okay, so we start the episode with the whole like King Arthur and Landon's vision of Raph being in armor, and then Hope coming in with her magical axe and like slicing the guy's arm, and she was so badass. And the fact that Landon saw her like that is
elite.
Yeah, she looked so good.
She threw the axe, cuts the guy arm up, and then like the magic just brings it back to her, and then she just throws the hood off like, yeah, that's me. I'm like, love to see it. Sadly, we couldn't get that much before Rob said cut the cameras, dead ass. So, very much.
But like their bonding time was just so cute. Like I know we got the sneak peek of it, but like opening up to them just being brothers, because we haven't seen that in so long.
We haven't, and it leads automatically to like Ralph bleeding.
Black blood.
Black. So you already know what that's happening.
So it's the dark magic. It's the dark magic that's, yeah. And there's a reason for that, and I even put it in my notes, and it was like freaking a Lark's fault. It's a Lark's fault.
Yes.
Because
that's a little messed up. I mean, I don't know. He really didn't have any much like an options. I don't know.
Because he didn't write in the spell properly with the necromancer. So like it followed the what do you call it, the agreement or whatever, or the deal to a T, like literally.
Right,
So.
I mean, Lyric. I'm already going to explain my annoyance with Lyric later on. So I'm just going to save it because he did something dumb as hell later on. So I'm going to keep that for my taste. But
okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I was going to read the next line.
It's just like they're okay. He starts bleeding blood, and then they have the witches working on him like there's no nurses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I just made a tweet like, I just said like, where's the teachers? Yeah, where's the teachers? You mean to tell me that there's no teachers or nurse?
Or even like powerful witches in the school? They're using teenage witches?
Teenage witches to do things that they probably don't even know how to fully do.
Okay.
Let alone you need to teach them offense magic. So how the hell would they know this?
Okay, there is the one witch, I think she was, what was it, the sewing witch, said something about not ancestral magic, but the DNA, that DNA thing that Hope did to Landon in 105. Mm-hmm. She made a comment about that.
Yeah.
So let's just, we're gonna come back to that comment when we get into other stuff, but I just want you guys to remember the fact that she made that comment, okay? And remember 105. Because we'll go into that after when we get to it. But anyways, and then Landon leaving with Raph.
Yeah, I like to go on a little trip together, which I thought was going to be a good thing, but it didn't. Literally, they didn't even go there. They went there, and then they came right back.
They came back, yeah.
First off,
a scene like, what was the reason?
Why did it take them? It was so short for them to drive to his dad has been like down the fucking street the whole time. It literally took them like 10 minutes to drive there, but yet they were on a bus in 208.
I literally said that in my reaction. God. I was like, how did they get there?
I just let it go. I was like, I said, how you get this? I said, how you get this fresh whip? I'm like, when the fuck did he upgrade from the bus to a car?
They stole Lizzie's car.
I'm like, he got this fresh whip? Literally. And And the good thing is that Landon didn't die this episode because I
About
thought they were
damn
gonna, like, have
time.
him, like, yeah, I thought he was gonna like die, so I was gonna be like, okay, death. But no, actually, because the wolf separation thing didn't even work. And then we find out, dun, dun, dun. Is that far down? Yeah,
that's further
far
down. But
Yeah.
no, the wolf ritual of such separation is like Jed saying that the wolves weren't going to chase Ruff because the Ruffs, when they're dying, they separate from the pack. So like that's how Jed becomes alpha again. Because remember with the synopsis, we were trying to figure out why Jed became alpha again.
Yeah.
And that's why, is because they needed alpha. So it automatically just goes down to him because Ruff is gone now. So, but like that's kind of sad that, you know, they're werewolves. They'll just like separate.
They don't even like be with them to their last breath. They're like, "Oh, you about to die? Yeet!" Like very
trash.
Yeah, it's literally trash. I was like,
but that wasn't like what it was like in the originals, though.
We never really got to see it though. Like,
true, they just had the funerals afterwards.
Yeah.
They just like, y'all can go ahead and die when we come back. I'll come back and pick your body up. Like that's what they're giving me very much. I'll come back when you're dead, tease.
Yeah. And then like Landon or Roth crying about his dad was so sad.
It was so sad. This episode was so sad. Everything.
Every time every time Roth talked, it just came out. Like I just could not. Like every time he talked, I was just like he was just trying to be a normal ass kid or just trying to have a life. And you know, they gave him too many dialogues because every time he talked, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I felt the same way. I was like, oh great, here it comes again.
I couldn't even like literally like on my video I was like, oh my god, can y'all fucking not? And then here it comes again. And here it comes again. I'm going cycle, so.
And Landon just like putting his arm around Roth's shoulder and he's just like, you know, like consoling him. And I'm gonna miss them, like their relationship so much.
Yeah, that's the main thing I was worried about with like the dynamic. Like Landon really doesn't have a brother. Like that means that he has one less person to confide in. Like,
yeah, because like who else is he close to?
And really, like he just started to get close to Wade, and obviously like her, you know, like if him and Hope had problems, who he's gonna talk to? Lizzie's still out here calling him a damn Muppet. Really, they no progress. But like, come on.
No, their friendship needs to happen like now.
Obviously, but like.
I'm saying like needs to happen.
Cute. And then we have Alyssa and the Necromancer.
Okay, her telling him like she was actually kind of funny. She was like throw a rug over Malifaux.
Yeah, like she gave me like once again. I feel like everybody that teams up with the Necromancer becomes a damn comedian. Generally, like it was Chad, and it was Kai, and then it was Alyssa. It's like everybody just becomes a damn comedian, and I didn't sign for a fucking comedic relief. Like just supposed to be giving me oomph, give me oomph. I do not need Alyssa to become a damn comedian skill 5 out of nowhere. Just do your job, okay?
And then she's like basically telling him to do bigger and better. Like no,
out of nowhere, she's like, that's the Salvatore school, and I'm like, you were just besties with like 20 other people in that bed. Like, what happened? Like, I understand you mad at the Saltzmans, but the Salvatore school out of nowhere, like, I'm not connecting the dots, sweetie. Like, you were just telling the witches to follow your lead, and they telling them fuck the kids. Like, little Pedro, you want Pedro to die? Hate to see it. I don't even care what happened to Alyssa. This I understand, but like only 2 people made you mad. Not everybody in that school. Like some people don't even know you. Bullshit. Whatever.
Yeah, it's. I agree. Like she really has no right to be
like, the whole school. Like
all like on the whole school.
Like, they just saved your ass, didn't they not? Like least. I mean, I'm saying you're pain at. You're angry at a lyric, and that's all it's sure. But like, girl, the whole school. Get out of here immediately. Too much for me. It's too much. It's a reach. You gave her and she won a fucking mile in a loop. So.
And it's not like she didn't deserve. Well, I mean, she didn't deserve to be killed, but she didn't. Yeah. She kind of deserved what she got. You know, like.
I mean, she was a bitch, but
yeah.
She did put the. I don't wish death for anybody, but she should. If not death, she should have cost some hands. Some witch hands. So, and then we have I just brought this up about how Ralph was talking about a lyric, trying to do anything he can to help, and I was like, only thing he did was waste his time trying to talk to the fucking policewoman, and Lord behold, the fucking policewoman shows up. That same scene.
And he had Caleb compel her to make her listen to whatever it is that he's saying, if it was life or death. Like, he's basically controlling her mind.
Literally. And she's just like, oh, okay. But what made me more mad about that is that it took Noun for him to look for the mom.
Yeah.
He got fucking Matt. He could have did this from the beginning. Like, what? It took you when he bought on death.
Yeah, Matt is the mayor.
He's on death's fucking bed. And you wait now to say, let's go look for your mom. Are you dead ass? I'm like, you're fucking trash. Really? It took Ralph to be on his last damn breath for you to look for his mom when you have a whole ass access with Matt to look for the damn dude mom. Like, dude, you're trash. Honestly, Lyric, I really don't care. Like, he need to go. Why did they have to take Ralph? You could have took him the fuck out, Could have took him out. What made a difference? What made a difference for me? He really sat there and waited this whole time. You can go, Robyn.
And then, we kind of already talked about Ralph being sad. So then going into the whole like plan with the trident about wanting to take Landon's Phoenix powers away and put him into Ralph to make him to save him. And then them finding out that he doesn't have any magic.
I had a feeling that like the arrow would have done something to the powers. But the fact is,
okay, so I have a theory on this, okay? And I will die on this hill. I fully believe in this theory, is because you remember when I said that Witch talked about the DNA, and in 105, when Hope tested Landon's DNA and he had no magic in his system, and Emma was just like, that's odd. Every human has a trace of magic in his system. And then now all of a sudden, she can't siphon Landon because he has no magic in his system. I think that he was basically reset. So he's still a Phoenix, but he's been reset because he was reborn. So now he doesn't have magic in his blood because his Phoenix powers haven't been activated again. And the next time they're activated, he's going to come back more powerful. Because from a writer's standpoint, it makes absolutely zero sense to get rid of the one thing that's not the one thing, but a powerful storyline like a Phoenix. Yeah. It would be stupid of them to just be like, oh, you know what, you're mortal now. Okay, but do you remember in the Vampire Diaries when Tyler came back from the other world? He came back from the other plane when he jumped through Bonnie. He came back as a mortal. His werewolf side wasn't activated anymore. So that's what happened with Landon.
I just can't believe that, like, we just got to see him branch into his powers and abilities just to get that shit swiped back out. It's unpleasing me and my good sisters.
I think for this, the biggest thing for this is that they had to figure out a way to push Hope over the edge and to evolve Landon in a sense. And if Hope is complacent in the fact that Landon will just keep coming back to her, then she's in a stalemate, right? But now this is why we know she becomes like obsessive and like dark almost, because she's trying to protect him, is because she thinks that he's mortal. And now with him being mortal, it's only going to make him work that much harder to prove himself. So it moves both of them along in a way that makes sense, but also gives them something to strive towards so they're not stuck in a stalemate.
I'm tired.
I want to touch on this. So what I don't understand is, I understand what you're saying, Robyn, but it's like, so obviously the golden arrow killed him, obviously. But why would it make him, This doesn't make sense to me.
Why would it? I feel like I understand. Like I feel like the Arrow was supposed to kill him, but since he got resurrected, or since the Necromancer brought him back, it kind of brought him back as if he was before in season 1. I guess. Well, that's what Robyn's saying. That like that was supposed to kill him eternally.
But if he's mortal, then why? Okay, then why didn't the Necromancers? Like, what happened to Alyssa and Roth? Why wasn't it happening to Landon if he wasn't a Phoenix?
I don't, because one thing I caught on that the Necromancer said was, he said that I don't even think Landon was even dead.
Yeah.
When he said that. So, for anything, I feel like he may have just been like stone cold, like that thing must have shunned him completely.
I think it just basically like deactivated him.
Like, it's like, yeah, and so it makes sense for him to be unsiphonable. Because did they even siphon from him in season 1 before he activated his?
No, they didn't. They didn't even bother trying. But it's just, if you go back to Emma's thing about every human has some sort of magic in their blood, that would make sense, because he had absolutely nothing in his blood in 105 when she did the test on him. So like I honestly think that the Arrow was basically just them like flipping the switch on his mortality. So like he's gonna die again and he'll come back as a Phoenix, but they're gonna play this out for a little bit.
I swear. If we have to relive 113 again, where Landon is dead, I am going to sue. I don't have many tissues.
It's gonna happen.
I know what's gonna happen.
It is. It's gonna happen. Yeah.
No, we can't.
It's gonna happen. How else would he get his Phoenix powers?
This episode got burgers in my nose. Like how?
They'll come back stronger than ever.
That's why I'm not worried. It's because they would not take that Phoenix storyline out of the question, or like out of the season. This is just a good way to move his character up.
Yeah, and I swear, after all this shit we've gone through for this Handon revamp angsties, he better be the most powerful bitch. He better be doing more than flying. I better see him making people, I just better see him going savage. And I bet you get that.
That's
what Brett said.
What's going to happen?
That's what it said, right? That he would get more powers.
Yeah.
Right.
And that he said he was going to get more powers, and that he was going to explore his powers, and even Danielle said in the interview that they were like opposite of each other or whatever.
You remember now?
Or whatever, and they're going to make up, and then all hell is going to break loose.
Remember what happened the last time they had a...
But again, if you look at 210, they had that argument in the gym, and everyone assumed they broke up, but they didn't.
Yeah. We got the best episode.
Yeah.
Right? So I am not worried. I'm not worried about Handon, especially with all of the interviews we've gotten between Danielle and Brett and everything that's happened. This is just a stepping stone in making their relationship stronger.
Yeah, and plus, like, there's nobody else that's going to even be with Hope or Landon, so like, it doesn't defeat the purpose. It defeats the purpose. Like, the thing is he's not weak, because even as a human, before he activated his powers, he was still helping them. He was still figuring shit out. He was using his brain, not brawn, like Hope was saying. And she just has to prove to him that she didn't love him because he is the Phoenix, but because she loves him because of who he is, which I think she'll do next episode. But like, they can't come at Landon and say he's weak now, and yet not look at Josie, who put her power in a coin.
What bothers me is that Hope stayed quiet whenever Landon was telling her all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was literally gonna say that did not, I hate to be the one to say this, but that did not seem like Hope.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she was quiet.
It did not seem like
she didn't say a word.
My phone knew it was some bullshit. My phone fell when that scene came on, so I knew it was some bullshit. Like, she was just sitting there.
Language.
I think that Hope wasn't expecting him
to react,
to call her out. React like that. And I think that we didn't see, there's only 42 whatever minutes of the episode. So we didn't see how she would react afterwards, because if you look at the stills and stuff next week, they're obviously talking. and they're obviously like
Normal,
okay-ish,
yeah.
normal, yeah. So I honestly think that they just didn't show us her reacting. They just kind of wanted to show
The drama,
him being
yeah.
upset
He just
and the
he just
angst.
lost his brother, first of all. Like he like not lost, but like he went through all this emotion within 24 hours, and then while finding out that he knows he's no longer a Phoenix,
He finds out he's losing his brother.
he finds out he's losing his brother.
And you feel like he's losing her too.
Yeah, but I think that and you can't fault him for that. You can't fault Landon for feeling the way he did and for calling Hope out like that. And I don't think that she said anything back either, because she knew how emotional it was for him losing his brother and stuff like that. I mean, she didn't say the right thing, maybe we should put you in the prison world, but she was also dealing with the grief of the fact that she's afraid of losing Landon, because she already literally just went through that. So they're both dealing with their own issues.
They both, like, I hate to say this, but they both just need to let it out.
Yeah.
They keep so much emotion in, both of them. I thought they were going to do it at the end of the episode, but here I am. No, they didn't. But like, they keep it bottled up, and sooner or later,
When someone, it is. When someone just needs to like get something out, and rather than you calming them down or saying, I understand, or it's okay, you just let them talk.
Yeah.
And you just let them get it out. I think that was what Hope was doing.
114.
Right. She didn't say anything then either.
Brett saying in the interview that they're gonna get on the same page.
Yeah.
Eventually.
We need it. So I feel like it's never on the same page. And I thought that we had I feel like we overcame it somewhat in episode 11, and also in 13, where Landon believed that Hope saw him as like an equal, like not as somebody that's weak. And now, since he's human again, it's like that whole episode 11 and 13 has been completely just dropped, because now he's not a Phoenix.
I also feel like part of Landon's issues was also his own insecurities. It's not so much that outwards towards like, because Hope is so powerful and she doesn't really have to worry about those sort of things. And he's always been this like unwanted foster child who has never really seen himself as important, I guess. And so that's why his relationship with Roth was so important, is because he was finally like a brother to someone, and now he's with Hope. And so his views on himself are also being projected into that fight, because he feels weak because he's lost his powers.
Yeah, I would say, like, because like this whole time, like they had it, and I can't remember what scene it was, but it was in this episode where he was like, like something about their lives, like the way it started, and like, being in the foster care system, and it really to this point with the conversation, saying his feelings, because for the last like few years he's always had Roth next to him, a guy who understood what he had been through, and then now that he's not a Phoenix, he feels as if Hope isn't really going to see him the way that she did when he was a Phoenix.
But she felt before she even knew he surrounds a tribrid, his best werewolf, and so that he doesn't.
And he just lost his brother.
Yeah.
Like the
it's
only
like
family.
His life
exactly.
is started. It's like for him, it's like his life is coming. It's like it's starting over, to the point where when we first had this show begin, he was this. I don't want to use the word broken, but like he was this foster care, kid who didn't have a home, didn't have a place where he thought he belonged, and then he finally found this place where he belonged. And
like he said,
now it's like his life is starting over again, and he's scared that he's not going to be.
A fight does not mean a breakup.
Yeah,
just saying.
I'm not even going to sit here and like be mad about that. Honestly, I feel like we're going to get a serve.
Yeah.
Is that they're developing on them? Like they can't be happy all the time.
Exactly, because if they're happy all the time, they have nowhere to go. And it's like Danielle's interview. Like that's exactly what she said. they need to create this chaos in between them in order for them to grow. And this is just a way for them to grow.
And now we know how Hope's going to be dark.
He's going to be obsessed to
you know,
save his
and
life.
It's going to be.
And people can celebrate right now whatever they want, but the thing is this is just a bump in the bucket. Exactly. That's all it is. This is a speed bump.
Next week, I'm saying right now we're gonna get a duet. Oh, Hope's gonna sing to him.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get something good.
I think something else is gonna happen next weekend as well because of the synopsis for 304.
Me too.
But I think that the thing that you've been waiting for, Vid, I think that's gonna happen.
Yes.
But
the first time.
Yeah.
Because of the Buffy storyline. Explain that.
No. We can't say that because that's a spoiler.
Okay.
Nothing happens. There's no spoiler. There's no spoiler. Kind of talked about that. Cute.
Everyone was just sad, and it made me cry more because you just knew what was going to come.
The fact that
he just wanted
to
be happy.
The fact that he brought up his poem
they speak
from 111.
Yeah, and also he mentioned it got to after, but when he met up with Landon afterwards, and they had their little talk in the room, he also mentioned in season 1 where episode 3 or 4 when they had to do that little thing to get money for burgers and stuff, and it was in the forest, and that's how he saw Hope. He mentioned that we had to feed for the burgers,
and it's not bunnies; they're not eating rabbit.
It was getting me emotional tease, truly.
Okay, and Hope looked so good at the bonfire, that outfit that she had on.
I literally said that.
It was a serve.
I was why did she look so good?
Good all the episode, and Landon too.
Yeah, that was a great outfit. Why did she all of a sudden start changing her clothes? She's just I just came back from, the sleep coma, but I'm going to start dressing better.
Yo, honestly, she came out here with a new outfit. She said, bonfire death. Love to see it.
That was probably her and Roth's best talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was no awkwardness between them. It was sincerity, but I just feel like every scene he had with everyone was so emotional.
There's so much closure in every single scene.
Yeah, him having interacting with Lizzie after we haven't saw them talk since literally season 1. Them having a talk, that was kind of a closure moment for me. I wish he did get a closure moment with Josie because we really haven't saw them talk since literally episode 5 for me. From what I remember, when she voted to send Landon off and he got mad. The
fact that we didn't even get a phone call from Josie saying goodbye to Roth, that's kind of
yeah, it's kind of weird. He didn't know. I don't think she knew. I just think everybody was so caught up in trying to save Ralph that maybe just stops.
Yeah. But why does Josie come back? There's got to be a time jump in between this episode and next episode.
Yeah.
They always do time jumps. There was so many time jumps in season 2. They did that 5-month time jump between 15 and 16. So what if they do a time jump for this one? It's oh, well, Handon had a fight, but now they're okay because it's been 2 or 3 weeks.
Literally. They don't even announce it as a time jump. We just got to assume. I had to look at the map.
But if they're doing a musical, I guess we'll talk about that after. But it's just, it seems unlikely for it to be 2 days later for him to write a whole musical and then for all of them to learn their songs and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know what amped them to make this anyway, honestly. They can they mean they gotta sit here, I don't even like musicals, so I would have to sit here and
same.
Yeah.
I'm really
excited for this episode.
I can't believe. Are we still following the time down the timeline?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
If we go back to Roth and Landon eating burgers, and he was just Landon just kind of made a joke about how Hope's not going to let him out of his sight. That was like low-key, like his insecurities coming.
Yeah, he tried to laugh it off. I'm just like,
Yeah,
no,
but those
like,
were his insecurities. That's where that fight came from, was those insecurities. Because like he was joking with Ruff, and Ruff knew, but Ruff just kind of like, yeah, that's true. That's so funny. But
I feel like Ruff knew.
Yeah.
Just didn't say anything.
Yeah. Okay, the prison world. The solution of the prison world.
Unexpected.
Yeah.
At least for me, it was. I did not see it coming at all.
I was even expected that he was be gone.
How convenient that they had a supernova, though, hey?
Like,
But
like
yeah,
Hope, always Hope saving the day.
it's always Hope. Everyone's all like, okay, what's Hope gonna do? Hope has an idea. Hope has this. Like, but that his mom and his dad went with him.
That's what got me. That's me the most. Is that like, he finally got his parents.
Yeah. They have to live in a world where no one else exists, basically. Now, the mom, I agreeing to it just because now she never has to turn into a wolf again. And then I guess Raph too. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. And now he has his parents, which he's always wanted, but then he loses his brother because it's not the same. And then like the whole school coming to say goodbye to him was, I don't know, it really was sad and touching and a really beautiful send-off for him.
That by far, like if that was in season 2, then my favorite episode. My personal opinion. It felt the most real.
Yeah, it felt real. It wasn't a moment where I like really. I mean, I complain about the necromancer, but it's always necromancer. But I pulls from that. Like I just don't have any complaints. I was sobbed. It was just.
I think what really got me was like the whole time, like Raph was like, "I'm not scared."
Yeah, like he wasn't scared of leaving.
He was ready to go. Yeah,
he was ready, and I was just like,
he
no.
just wanted to go on his own terms.
I never thought I would say that. Like, I never thought I would say this, but like, I did not want him to leave. Like,
no, because last episode was so good for him.
That's what pissed me off more is that like we could never really had any plot lines. Like it was always taken away from him, regardless if it was the dad situation, the mom situation, like the trauma situation. It was always taken from him in a lot of dialogue, and we found out that he has how process that. Like y'all could have gave him this like earlier on instead of killing him to bring him back for the necromancer and had him die in a different way. But no, like robbery for me. You know?
I mean, him being in the prison world, at least they can bring him back now. They can figure out something. I don't know how, but will he want to leave? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because like,
so at least
he'd have to.
They didn't die.
Yeah, he would have to become a wolf again. He'd have to, transform or whatever.
Yeah, like one thing we need to see is that once the necromancer dies, does that affect Alyssa? And if it affects Alyssa, then we can be like, okay, well, we can come out. But to be honest, it just depends on what Peyton want to do. I think Peyton probably want to just do other careers. So maybe he'll make an appearance once in a blue moon. But,
yeah, I don't know. I guess, and it makes me wonder, like, was it needed to push the storyline? Was it Peyton's idea to leave? Was it?
It felt like it was pushed.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many questions.
The question is, well, yeah, I guess it was, but was that the original ending?
Yeah. So I feel like Legacy definitely changed a lot a storyline. So we'll see. But I feel like I don't know if Peyton wanted to leave. But I definitely feel like it was Sutton. Ethan would just suddenly boosted up. They just did it just because. Maybe Peyton was tired. Maybe
he could have
I just don't know.
Other projects on, or maybe they just become anything for Ruff right now. They can't really do anything about it, so they're just kind of like waiting.
So he wanted to do movies and other pursuits.
Yeah, so it's possible he wanted to branch out. He offered other jobs or something, So they kind of had to, because they did a few little rewrites here and there, right? So, So Hope said the goodbye sure do suck, which I did not see Hope saying
I called
that.
it.
But Raph did too. Yeah, Raph did say it too. But she did technically say always and forever to Landon. She just didn't say it to Landon. Like, if she was talking to Landon, that voiceover was her talking to Landon about Raph, right? About like what the decision was. But she didn't actually say it to him in the regards of like, you know, their relationship.
Yeah.
This is sick. You know, this is a good thing that Ralph isn't really dead, but damn, that's kind of fucked up.
The very last little like all in with Hope with Landon and Ralph. Like, we're not going to see that again, and that was just so cute between the two of them. Like, just this, it was kind of like the Michelsons Always and Forever. It's Ralph and Landon's like all in. I know.
I'm just still processing this whole thing, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
I just
this
feel like
was a lot.
there's so much emotion, and the fact that they threw like that. I mean, well, at this point, you might as well just take a little jump. But like, and then the ending, it kind of threw me in for a loop as well, because I'm already processed. Like, I was on and off crying this whole episode, so I'm already drained from that. And then we have the unnecessary ass banner between the Necromancer and Alyssa, and then we have the Sphinx coming in.
They bring the Sphinx back
for him to do this. I think he's lying. Like, I think he's telling the truth, because the mouth does obviously come back.
So he was like, your plan will come to. He didn't say it will succeed. He said it'll happen or whatever. But then he also said one person will die. And who's to say that that's not Landon reactivating his Phoenix powers again?
Yeah, I think
just because they say someone's gonna die doesn't mean that it
won't come back.
Coming back.
Yeah.
You know?
They literally said, let's make him a Phoenix for a season.
Yeah, I'm just not convinced that this whole mortal thing. No, they're not going to just get rid of this Phoenix storyline. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be salty.
Yeah.
I mean, with my full chest and be like, it's like, you know.
Well, look how long that they stay with the kind of those storylines too. They don't make them last for very long. Like Dark Josie was what, like 2 episodes?
Literally an episode and a half.
So I'm pretty sure that Landon's whole mortality thing is going to come into play sooner rather than later.
Hold on.
And the thing is, I wonder if like what they were doing right now was going to be solved by the end of season 2. Like, that's one thing I wonder. Like, was what they're doing now was going to be marinated to season 3, or was it going to end by the end of season 2? Because then it will probably be like, well, I feel like, wait, how many episodes was it supposed to be?
20.
20. So
304 is technically the finale.
Yeah, like so if musical really was the last episode of the season.
No, the musical was 19. 304 would have been 20. The synopsis we got today, which is if this is what it takes, was supposed to be the premiere season finale of Hold On Tight. Sorry, Hold On Tight is the season finale. Where there's like this devastating whatever, and I think that is when Landon gets taken over by Malivore, which then opens up to 305 called This Is What It Takes, where one of their members are missing. And Hope goes into a therapy box.
So everyone thinks that Landon is the one missing.
Yeah, I think it's Landon going missing. And it's not going to be his fault.
Yeah, probably not.
But you know what? You know. I don't even have to say.
Yo, I still can't believe that Ruff is just gone. Just like that.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch that Inks.
Yeah.
Me too.
Because Landon really kind of like, Landon was like, oh, but Landon, I need this insecurity to go.
Yes, and I need Hope. She wants to put him in
Listen, go in the
In
prison world,
another
like,
word, like,
no, no. And now,
sweetie, what are you doing?
now
They're
with the
both a
shit in my
mess.
bubble, this screen really cracked. Hate to see. Anyways, in addition, I'll talk in a minute after we're
I
done with
do
this.
think that the fight was needed. I think that they
Yeah.
need it. They
Yeah,
need to communicate. That's
absolutely.
been our biggest issue, is that they don't communicate, or that we don't see it.
Yeah.
And this just like Hope's thing in 210, and then this now is just they're communicating. This is what we want. This is how it's going to
At this
make
point, yeah.
things better.
At this point, it's like the whole scene with Hope and Landon at the end. It's literally Landon voicing his own way of saying, that he doesn't want to lose Hope, and he feels like he's going to lose her now that he's not this person who he thinks she fell in love with.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, he knows that she loses all the people that she cares about. And for a long time, he thought, oh, I can't leave her. So that's why, or she's like, I can't leave her. And then now he's mortal. He's afraid that he's going to hurt her by leaving.
Yeah.
I just feel like, once again, I feel like this is kind of a lingering thing, and I hope that it is finished by the season, or if not, because we thought we were getting progress from season 2 of them like having this thing of she's still scared of losing him, and I honestly don't think it's going to leave. I don't think it's going to leave. Regardless if he's a tribal or not, she's still going to fear seeing him dead or him dying or anything happening. That's like, once again, she witnessed two people important to her die.
Yeah.
And having Ralph leave, that was just another flashback that anything could happen, even if he's supernatural. But with Landon, I thought we were really kind of like covering this thing. And I feel like, once again, since he is human, it only makes sense for it to bring back his insecurity, but make it worse. Because now we thought we overcame this step in season 2 when we had the Never Let Me Go Never. And clearly, when she said that, just go. Like, first of all, he already told her he didn't want to leave this. He didn't want to go there if she wasn't there. And the fact that she's like, yeah, just go to the prison with Ralph and stuff. At least she'll be safe. He feels like he's a burden. He feels like him. Like, it's just like season 1 all over again. Like, everybody got to watch for Landon. He's easily destroyable. So, once again, I understand how he felt. But once again, Hope saying that after he just said that, like, after he just died. Like, what? I just don't understand. And the fact that next episode, they're probably going to be another fucking sweep under the rug, per usual.
Roller coaster, yeah.
As if it never happened. And I'm be sitting here like, so they're just going to have random ass arguments and never console until one of them become dark or possessed?
Yep.
Yeah. Eating up all of your emotions and not telling the person that you're supposed to be the closest to how it is that you're feeling is only a bomb waiting to happen.
Yeah.
It's just going to explode. And, Landon needed to let that out, and Hope knew that.
Yeah, because he never really let his emotions out, except for like episode 10, and it was from a different standpoint. Like, now he's like, if you can't even like accept me as a human, then what's the point of us trying? And I feel like, once again, I feel like next episode, this shit not even gonna be touched. So it's gonna be a sweep under the rug. But like, Hope, maybe the duet could be Hope saying that, like, I don't care what you are, because once again, she loved him before he was even at Phoenix.
Yeah, exactly.
I just feel like this was a slap in her face of like, you could lose him again easily.
Yeah. And I think that's what's rooting everything for her, is that fear of loss. And we already knew that. We knew that was Hope's character when we got into this show, is her fear is rooted in loss. And now Landon being mortal is just her fear basically like hitting her in the face. And his fear is that she doesn't love him because he's not special anymore. And I really do think that next episode will show him that she loved him before he even became a Phoenix. So she loved him for him and not for his powers.
Yeah, this angst was needed, but like, at this point, just hang it up.
And we're gonna get more angst this season. Like, we already know we're gonna get it. And they did say this is Hope and Landon's season, and it's literally the second episode. You're not gonna say You're not going to say this is Hope and Landon's season and then have them break up in the second episode.
It's only our third day out here.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, unless they want to be dramatic and just, like this season focuses around Hope and Landon, but the season's only 2 days.
Dead ass.
That's it.
We've been out here for like literally 2 days, y'all.
Honestly.
And I'm already gone. Like I can't even imagine myself editing this video tonight. Why was I here really crying the whole episode?
I'm out of tears. I don't have any more.
Literally, like I couldn't do my
my entire video. I'm like, oh, here they come again.
I said, yo, fucking stop, yo, stop. I couldn't even like do my talks in between commercials. I was just blowing tissues. It's a mess. I couldn't even do my talks in between like my outro. I only talked for like 3 minutes. And I said, yo, bye.
50 seconds. I couldn't do it.
I said, yo, I gotta go. Like, I really gotta go. Like, and it wasn't me mad over Handon because like I love me some angst. But like
it destroyed us.
I would be honest with you, that scene was like, okay, that happened, and then I was like, Rough, what the fuck?
Literally, that's exactly like the Rough situation got me because for the last like 5 to 10 minutes, I was confused because they kept saying, well, she found a way. And then I'm like, oh, well, did she get it?
Yeah.
And then everybody just standing there as if it was like a prison world feel. And I was like, well, damn, did he phone everybody? And then it's like, oh, let me just give my 5 main amigos high fives. Everybody standing like statues and shit. And then he like bounced. I was like, huh? The mom I heard making chicken containers. I'm like,
it's funny because I thought that was the end of the episode. I thought that him closing the door going, hey, did you know we're from royalty was the end of the episode? Yeah. And I even said in chat, I was like, what, we get no Handon scene? And then all of a sudden we get the Handon scene. And I was like, fuck, I spoke too soon.
I couldn't even process the Handon scene. I was just so out of nowhere, too much happening. It
was too much. So
yeah, it was too much.
I just couldn't feel as much as I did. And then as soon as the Handon scene came on, I swung my leg and my phone fell on my bed. So like it was already not good. So I just didn't care anymore. I was just already mad. But like Ralph, that was too much Ralph for me to be crying, yo. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna miss the character, like genuinely.
I even said I was like, I didn't realize I was gonna cry this much over Ralph.
Yo, and like I was already turned up within the beginning. So, and the thing is that I've been crying all fucking day. Not what I needed on my list. So
in my intro, I was like, I'm not gonna cry, and then like 30 minutes in, I'm crying.
Oh, I didn't even say that. I just said, let's dive in.
Yeah.
And this whole time, my face was red. I had to get tissues. Like it's ridiculous.
Guys, I had this. This is what I was doing. I was like this the entire video.
I genuinely cannot believe that this dude was like, oh, you're gonna cry the last like 17 minutes. I'm like, you're a liar.
That was 30 minutes.
That was 30 minutes.
5 minutes in, I was like this.
Literally, I had tissues folded under my glasses, ready to dap the eyes up. Embarrassing. And I'm gonna leave all the cries in.
Same.
I'm gonna draw my views.
Yes. I can't wait to watch.
I'm like, oh. You know, my thumbnail about to be tears out this bed. So.
No, I just love how even in a fight they always sing like Lando was like, you won't be there. Like, why I will be there? There's no point. And then Hope was just like, I love you. I didn't need you to be special. Like they are literally fighting to keep each other safe and together.
Yeah. They're not breaking up. That's not a breakup.
It's literally the same because she was like, you know, I love that, you know, like she like that was kind of way worse than what we did got. And we was just like, we was freaking out a little bit. But I mean, we got fed in this episode. I'm not gonna sit here and complain after we just got that true love kiss.
She's just like, I've always loved you for you. I love you now. Like, come on. They get iconic lines even when they're fighting.
She said that, and I was like, the thing is that did I say that we were gonna get a doc scene?
As soon as I said I saw the doc scene, I was like, I was still crying, but I was like, fuck.
I said we got a doc scene, and it was not the one I wanted. So, but I mean, angst. This is giving me my season 1 clout. I'm about to go ahead and edit that shit for the glory,
for the girlies,
for the clout. Anyways, is that all we're doing? Are we got more little more juice?
I think we're done.
Are we done?
We're gonna talk
Okay.
about next week promo.
Oh yeah,
Next week promo.
Oh yeah.
next week. Well, earlier today actually, we got the reveal leak of the musical episode. Clearly, Caleb is going to be Damon. Jay's going to be Stefan. Josie's going to be Elena, and Lizzie's going to be Caroline.
Yeah.
You know, we saw
As she should.
Is in that suit. I don't think he's going to be paying anybody. If so, okay. But I think he's just watching his work play at best. Hoping Landon might be a duet. Love to see it.
I'm really excited for the Hello Brother or whatever that song is called.
Yeah, I think Hello Brother.
Chris's voice. Oh my gosh, he's pulling out his theater side, his musical theater side right there.
Yeah. I might just give the musicals a try because I normally don't even like musicals, so I might have to stand for this purpose. So yeah, but once again, really can't say that much because it's about the Salvatores. It's about the Salvatores, pretty much the storyline of that, kind of like the Vampire Diaries, spiel. So we're gonna be hyped for that since they already when they showed the trailer after the episode, I just muted. I just put it on mute. So I already saw it.
It was a little different. It was a little different.
I already saw it. I already got to say.
Yeah, I got about some more about Landon in Hope scene, and that was
it was a little longer.
Yeah, so that was our Legacy Season 3, Episode 2 reactions. I mean, not reaction, but review/discussion. It was a lot. We drained.
Still processing. Yeah, it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch it for like 2 hours and a half while I'm editing it. Crying. So it's gonna be me reliving it all over again. Me listening to myself cry all over again. But to be honest, I might just leave all the tears in.
Yeah,
definitely leave the tears in. I want to see.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the tears in. So, we hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and or subscribe for more Handon Weekly content. All of our, Instagrams and social medias will be linked in the description, where you'll be updated on whenever we post and the current situation, what we may do next. Once again, this episode was very emotional. We're ready.
It's gonna be a good. I have a feeling it's gonna be a good season.
Yeah, so we're starting off with.
I'm just gonna say, for your sanity, just like stay off Twitter for the week and
stay off. I mean, I feel like just stay off, or stay in your Handon bubble because once again, this thing happened with episode 10 of season 2, and then we got fed the next day, and it was as if everything else just didn't happen the day.
Don't let the haters get you down.
And episode 14.
Don't let them.
Of season 1 too.
Yeah.
Don't be drinking on that haterade, So I'd love to see that. And that's it. Thank y'all guys for checking. Should be safe. Peace.
Bye.
Hey guys.